Yo, yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Select Start Radio podcast. We are recording on May the 30th, 2024, episode 15. With me, my boy, the one and only Mr. Hoodnerd.
What up?
What is going on?
Tip my cap.
Um, so getting right into the news this week, this is going to be a heavy PlayStation centric podcast this week because there's a lot of news coming from Sony side of the camp. However, one thing that has always been talked about with Microsoft getting this Activision Blizzard buyout is if Call of Duty would be coming day and date with Game Pass, and I didn't think it was going to happen this quick, but the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will be day and date with Game Pass. So, any of you guys who got Game Pass on PC or Xbox, day and date, you get it day one. So that's literally it. Everything else is Sony centric. So we are going to go ahead and start things off like this. I hate the
free gunning. It's hard work, but it's our work, and we don't take it for granted. Being a free gunner means, well, you're free.
Right on target. Yeah, you better run.
Free gunners have a shot at making something of themselves, a chance to be someone.
All right. Need a second to fix myself up.
Why not?
And in the wilds, it's anyone's game. You won't survive on your own.
Target blinded.
Finally, to battle. Endless rage!
We risk our lives every day to do the job.
I'll clear the way. Time to show them the big guns. That's me.
This crew will go anywhere. Take any job. Face any enemy. We're the free gunner crew of the North Star. And together, we're going to make our mark on this galaxy.
The crew is gathering. Would you like to join us for game night?
did that? Oh yeah, I did. So, what's your take on that?
It looks cool. It's a class-based Overwatch shooter. It looks fine. Looks 5v5. I called it. I knew that was. I was like, that game's coming out this year.
Who's
and
making
even
that
when
again?
I saw the, I forgot the name of this new studio. Their new studio, or Fire Sprite. Fire Sprite. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, looks good though. It definitely looks good. I mean, from what we saw, obviously it's all like, I mean, something that was real gameplay, but it was like, it's like choreographed gameplay. So like you have to play it, but like obviously they're gonna do a beta, and then they're gonna release it this year. And I was shocked that it's actually gonna cost.
What's the
I don't
amount?
know. I
Okay,
don't know.
because I see the release date, but I don't
Does it say
see
pre-order?
a price. Let's see. It says we build Firewalks multiplayer games, and we're excited to get Concord in your hands beginning next week. We'll share more details about Concord's edition for PS5 and PC and launch pre-orders, which will give you and 4 friends early access to our beta later this summer. Okay, so August 23rd is when the game is supposed to come out.
Yeah, but they're doing a beta like in July, right?
Yeah. It said this summer, so but I mean, got to be June or July. So because the game comes out in August, so yeah, it has to be June or July. But yeah, definitely remind me a lot of Overwatch for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's Team Fortress is the architect of all these games. Overwatch is the biggest right now, but that is that is what it is. Like it's another character based shooter, they're very popular. So, and when they're done right, they're good. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to see. I didn't know the studio was doing this. The game they said sound different than this, unless it's not. Like it just sounded different when they first mentioned it. You know what I'm saying? When they first announced this game, it just sounded like a different game. But I'm not mad at it. It looked really good.
Yeah, no, I mean,
visually it looked crazy.
It's not really my cup of tea, but I mean, I acknowledge that Sony having something like this up their sleeve. I'm curious to see how well it does.
Yes, a lot of those. I mean, Marvel Rivals, right? They, so like you got Marvel Rivals, you got that, they're jumping in the bed with a lot of the competitors. So we'll see if they can get an audience. I mean, I guess if it's good.
Yeah. I'm really curious. I'll definitely be paying attention to this one. What I'm really curious. I definitely would be more so willing to check it out if it was free to play. Because they didn't say it, I'm assuming there's not going to be a free to play version. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I definitely feel
Pre-order.
like this would have been.
Once I saw pre-order, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Once they said pre-order, I was like, oh, this is cost $30 something. This is definitely $30 or something. There's some denomination you're paying for this game.
Yeah, because when it said we'll share more details about Conquer's edition for PS5 and PC, and launch
right?
pre-orders.
Yeah. So multiple editions. Yeah. And obviously it's going to be something that come with a battle pass. And I think if you pre-order, whatever you pre-order, you get to invite 4 friends to try out Conquer because it's a 5-player shooter. So you and 4 other people get to play. Makes sense. Yeah. But it's going to cost something though. So I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, it's going to be $39 or $49.
Oh, they better not be trying to charge full price for this.
I mean, they did for Destruction All-Stars.
And you see how that went.
I know. But,
you see how that went.
We'll see how this beta does, though. We'll see what the beta does, and the people will tell you if it's good or not, or if it's worth the ducats. You know what I'm saying? And then what's the roadmap for this thing? If it is good, so it's gonna be interesting to see.
Because isn't Overwatch free to play now, or am I tripping?
Yeah, I think they did go free to play with 2, but Overwatch got its own. Overwatch is ripe for the picking, so this game is coming out at a good time because Overwatch is not what it used to be at all.
Yeah, Overwatch is free to play.
Yes.
Oh shit!
But you know what comes with free to play though. So, not saying
there's been some amazing games come out of free to play.
No, I'm talking about just the monetization. When you go free to play, you already know what time it is, especially in a shooter.
You don't think that's not going to be the case with this game?
No, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying when it's free to play, it's even more so because they have more to watch. I don't think. Helldivers isn't necessarily.
Helldivers. I don't know. Helldivers is a different type of game though, because I really don't know when I look at Helldivers, I don't know how they could monetize that game outside of, because the things that I would want, like, because the main thing I look at is like the granddaddy of them all is like Fortnite, and
Well, it's skins.
I can't.
I mean, Destiny is doing a D&D collaboration now, so it's happening. That's happening in every game you play now. There are going to be collaborations with other entities, are coming into the thing. Like, yeah, Destiny and Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, it's cool, but it's like, okay, this is what's happening. So that's just what it is.
Yeah.
For the podcast listeners, we we just watched a video of Sony's new 5v5 character-based shooter called Concord that they finally showed footage for. During the state of play, they went into more detail. They did it behind the scenes. They talked to the studio people, so they gave a more in-depth look I said in-depth look at the title. And there was a trailer before that. There was like a cinematic trailer before, like character trailer, like showing that these characters have character. They're cool cats, fun and lovable. The bad guys, you're gonna, it's one of those games. So it looks fine.
Are you interested?
Yeah, I like character-based shooters. I loved Overwatch.
Okay.
Yeah, I love a good shooter. I love a good team-based shooter. I'm not always, Call of Duty for me is boring now because it's too many. Everybody's just a lone wolf. No one's playing strat. You know what I'm saying? So there's no kind of like teamwork. It's kind of like, that's why when you play against a real team, they just run you because everybody on your team is just running around wacky. And it's like, all right. So at least in those games, while that does still happen, people kind of know the objective. So you kind of have to play your character type. You know what I'm saying? Or you run with people that actually want to play their main or their character. You know what I'm saying? They're good at that character. So they understand that character. They're trying to bring it with that character, not just like, I'm trying to get 70 kills. Like, how many deaths? And we still lost? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, thank you for getting 70 kills. You also have 45 billion deaths and you didn't get no points on the objective. But you balled, man. You can, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, okay, there has to be more. So I'm okay with another hero shooter. I'm not mad. I know probably some people aren't happy with it, but I don't think this is the only game they're coming out with. They had other studios working on stuff, so good on them. What we got? What we got? Hey, a little homie. You haven't seen this, right?
Yeah, I've seen this one.
Better than we got a better than
What did you say your name was?
So that was just Astrobot, new Astrobot coming September 6th of this year. What's your take on that one?
I'm excited. That's a good game. They've all been good. I'm surprised it took them this long to actually make more Astro games. The VR mission was good. The tech demo that came with the PS was good. So I'm surprised that it took this long for him to get his own full blown game. He should have been the mascot. You know what I'm saying? Like easy character. You know, can be dressed up as anything. It's kind of like what they wanted with Sackboy. So yeah, I mean it's a win. If it's a good, hopefully it's a good game. But they tend to make good product over there with that character.
Yeah, so that one is coming out on September the 6th of this year. What do you think that's gonna cost? Because I don't even
Astro,
see.
I would say Astro would be like 59.
Yeah,
I don't think
even see
they'll
that
charge
one in
full
there
price
sure.
for Astro. I think it'd be 59. If I had to guess.
Now, we were having a conversation earlier about Sony and their single player experiences. This is definitely one where I could have seen some kind of cooperativeness going on in this one for sure, especially like couch co-op for kids and stuff like that. That's one area that I swear Sony is just dropping the ball. Especially couch. I think couch co-op for this game would have been amazing, even if it didn't have online.
Well, I
Just
mean,
couch co-op would have
to
been
be
cool.
fair, couch co-op's kind of dead in general, right? Like, it's not like a lot of games do couch co-op, period. It's just today. It's very few and far between.
I mean, when you're leading I don't feel that they should. Couch co-op is dead amongst a lot of older gamers.
No, what games have couch co-op outside of Overcooked or
Sackboy Adventure has couch co-op.
Okay.
Overcook has couch co-op. I'm trying to think of all the games me and my daughter play.
There's not a lot. I mean, obviously, Divinity Original Sin.
I mean, no, there's not hella games with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that at all.
They kind of killed. Like, it's not like anybody does it anymore. It's just like a dead thing. Like in the industry, it's just like couch. That's why they like advertise. Like, what game did they show off today? Oh, they showed it off at the Divinity Original Sin. They showed it off today, and that was like one of the selling points. Like couch co-op. It's like, remember that used to just be a thing. Now it's like a selling point. They have to let you know, like, oh, this game has couch co-op.
Yeah, because I think certain games are definitely missing the ball on that. Because like I said, I felt like this one would have been a great, whether it's a big thing or not. I feel like this would have been a great opportunity for that in this game, whether it was couch or online. But nonetheless, though,
it's not the game they wanted to make.
Well, that's just not Sony's MO, really. But yeah, so yeah, this one comes out September of this year. So there was no price point given. So we will have to wait and see what the price on that one is going to be.
Yeah, I don't think any of the games that they showed today have price points. Yeah, but I love Sackboy. I mean, not Sackboy. Say Astro Boy.
Astrobot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Astrobot is definitely fun.
Yeah, fun. For sure. Yeah, this might make it a hest. For real. Well, it's already gonna happen anyway because it's already about to be. We'll probably talk about it. But, nah, this is my joint. These are my people.
PlayStation.
So that trailer was Alien Rogue Insurrection. It's gonna be a PlayStation VR2 title. Yes, PlayStation does have a VR headset. So says it's coming out this holiday. That was definitely a teaser trailer. But what's your take on it?
It looked good. I mean, from what I saw, I mean, I don't really know much about it. You know, VR games are really hard to judge from trailers. They're more things you have to experience. You know what I'm saying? So, but it looked good though. Or I won't say it looked good. I'll say it looked interesting. Maybe look good is a little too, like, oh, it's like it looked interesting. You know, I'm a fan of the Aliens franchise, so for me, that always gets me. And then in VR, something people want, it's almost like, kind of like people finally ported Alien Isolation into VR because I think of the VR mods now with Unreal. So a game like that would be really cool in VR. So yeah, I mean, it looks like you're Space Marine, so it looks like you're gonna be doing a lot more shooting and sneaking, which is fine. It could be fun if it's good. It just really depends on if the game is good, if the experience is good.
Sony also announced God of War Ragnarok going to PC. That is coming September 19th. Until Dawn, they had gameplay of that. That's coming to PS5 or being enhanced for PS5 and coming to PC. On this post, there's not a date. Do you recall them saying a date during the
I think
conference?
it was like September 21st or something like that. Don't quote me on that date though, but I think it was something like that. It's like September 20 something. It's this year. It's in a couple months, and it's coming to PlayStation, PS5, and PC.
Skydance's Behemoth.
Oh, I wish you had the trailer for that. That's what we should be showing. That looked dope. That's by that's the people that made Saints and Sinners.
Yeah, that one is
that looks fire. VR.
That's on PSVR 2. So there's, I mean, pretty much just all this is just announcements that came from PlayStation's State of Play. If you guys didn't know, Sony had a State of Play today on May 30th. You go to their you go to the PlayStation blog or go to their YouTube channel on YouTube, and you can watch the full State of Play itself, or you could just go watch the trailers that were shown in the State of Play if you want to.
They announced Monster Hunter.
Path of Exile 2,
yes.
which has couch co-op.
Which I heard the first one was good. It's really hard. It's like a tough game. But I mean, the fact that it had couch co-op and you can do online crossplay, which is cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks fun. I was like,
early access later this year. Monster Hunter Wilds showed off that. Silent Hill 2. I'm sure a lot of people were extremely excited about that. That launches on October 8th on PS5.
I think more people are worried about that than anything. And I'm one of those people.
Marvel Rivals, another game they showed off. The closed beta will be on PS5 July this year. Didn't give an actual date, just said July this year. Dynasty Warriors Origins, a game that's been out for forever.
It looked good, dude. It looked kind of cool. It looked like they had way more people this time to beat up.
That game, I mean, you talk about a game that's rinse, wash, and repeat. That's coming to PS5 in next year. No month given, just states 2025. So it was a few different games. It was a lot of games that were showed off. It was about a good 38 minutes, I believe, is what I saw.
Something like that.
So
where
you watched the whole thing, didn't you?
Yeah, where winds meets west, or where winds meet, or whatever. That looked good. Ballad of Antara looked good. I'm trying to think of what else they showed. I mean, yeah, it was just games. Like the longest thing was the behind the scenes with the Concord team, which is Fire Sprite. I hope it's Fire Sprite, and I keep saying Firewalk. Pew. Firewalk Studios.
So
So, yeah.
everything looked good to you, and the only thing that you're worried about is
I've been worried about. I didn't think anything looked bad. I didn't think anything looked amazing. I didn't think anything looked bad either. I thought the games like I saw looked good. Like Behemoth looked good. I think we should have showed that. That was a cool VR looking game. Path of Exiles look good. Monster Hunters look cool for people that love Monster Hunters, and it's a next gen Monster Hunter. You know, they're leaving worlds, so it's in wilds now, but it looked really good. Silent Hill is, see what Bloober Team does. Alien Rogue Insurrection looks cool. Well, it's just set in the Alien universe, so like I'm a sucker for that. Marvel Rivals already exists, so I've already seen that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's another Overwatch game. Like I said, Dynasty Warriors, The Ballad and Tara, those two games from Tipwork Studios. The Infinity Nikki or whatever, that like open world dress up game. That's not necessarily for me, but it looked visually like appealing. You know what I'm saying? And the Chinese like RPG set in ancient China looked good. Where winds meet. So yeah, I mean it wasn't hell of shit, but the shit that they showed was solid for sure.
So next up in news, Sony is working on a PC adapter for the PlayStation VR 2. So for the few of you out there that own one, help is on the way. They will be coming out with an adapter to allow you to use your PSVR 2 on PC. I'm curious if that's going to help with the sales of this thing.
It'll be the cheapest PSVR heads. It'll be the cheapest PC headset, or it'll be one of the cheapest PC headsets to buy outside of like the Oculus 3.
So yeah, I'm curious to see if that helps with the sell of this thing. I wonder if this is something that is an afterthought, or if this is something that they've been working on. The way it's being talked about, it sounds like it wasn't something that they were thinking about doing initially, which is kind of shocking to me. I mean, the fact that it needs an adapter also makes me think that it was like an afterthought too, because I felt that either way, they're coming out with an adapter, so the opportunity is still going to be there for them to sell this thing on for PC devices. So anybody who's looking to buy one for PC, you will eventually be able to cop the adapter and use a PSVR for PC. I wonder how much that adapter is going to cost.
I'd probably say like $40. If I was a betting man, $40, $39.99.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm really curious if Sony's gonna make another PSVR after this one.
Well, we'll see what happens once it goes on PC. I think it'll be telling. And I mean, the fact that they showed off new VR titles in their state of play, and they haven't done that in the last. I mean, I guess since was that Synapses or whatever that game was called, whatever that was. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of that, they haven't shown many VR titles that I can recall. So, yeah, I wonder if they'll continue.
Yeah, I mean the fact that they shut down
London studios.
London is pretty telling in itself, actually.
Yeah,
for me.
I agree. I mean, there's other studios that they just might be banking on other people's VR, and maybe they look at like, oh, if it's open to Steam, then maybe it's a whole new library of games. I don't know. One can hope.
Yeah. Um,
But it just gives
next
more
up,
options on the VR space. So that's all.
yeah. But see, that's the thing that's interesting to me is if you're on PC, would you even consider a PSVR? Because while it's in price is one of the cheapest, it's also in functionality one of the least functional in comparison to these heavy hitters that are launching on PC. But I don't know. I guess it depends on what gamers want. Do you want something that? Because I know for me, the hybrid model is the way for me. This point going forward. Like if I can't untether myself from said product, I don't want it. Because that after experiencing that with the Oculus, like, and then having the experience that I'm having now with the PSVR 2, it's like I'll take the visual hit so that I can be portable with this thing. And then when I tether it to said product, then I get a nice boost in visuals as well. Like I actually prefer that model instead of having to be tethered 24/7 in order to enjoy an experience.
Well, most of my VR consumption is driving, right? So like, it doesn't matter for me like if it's tethered or untethered because like most of the time I'm sitting right here in the rig, like so, I kind of want it tethered because the battery. So like for me, it never really matters. The only way I really care is if I was like doing something like I guess like Beat Saber, but I don't really play Beat Saber. So like even when I play golf, it didn't really matter that it was behind because it's always behind me. So like it's not like I'm like flipping or anything. It's just like I'm swinging a club. So like if I'm tripping over that shit, like maybe boxing definitely you want it to be wireless. Like boxing with the cord, it's gonna irritate you. But like wireless is kind of cool because you feel like you're there, right? So like that, yeah. But most times, I'm like most experiences, I haven't really found like I trip off the cord or not necessarily if the cord is long enough. Like I know if you have like a cord and it's pushing it, sometimes you like because you can like you get it. But like yeah, I haven't really found that experience. And like I said, I'm pretty sure 95% of what I do in VR is sitting in a chair anyway. So I don't have the same experience. So yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
it's gonna be interesting to
And see,
see
and I take mine
what
out
you
with
because you
me.
you do like family shit with
Like
it. You'll go to
so,
like places
like
and
for instance,
take
I
it
just
and
had
shit.
it.
Yeah, and do
That was
like
2 weekends ago. When we had a fish fry over at my uncle's house, or at one of my cousins. It's like uncle. We had a fish fry and took it over there, and we were all having a
what
blast
y'all
with it.
fry?
So it's like who?
What kind of fish y'all fry?
Cat. Well, nigga. Oh, excuse me. Black people and catfish.
I was just asking. I wanted to know. I was like, was some cats over there? Some
But yeah,
snap?
it was that some snap. Yeah,
I would say some snapper. Where's the
yeah,
red snapper?
yeah. And then
Ain't
my
no salmon.
sister.
Nah, that's
Funny
some
enough, my
catfish, some
sister
red
had.
snapper.
There's this Indian spot out here. You go. They provide the meat, but they'll also cook it for you, and you could. So I didn't know we had a spot out here like that. But yeah, they have like it's like a meat shop. They got all kind of different meats, all kind of different fish, and you get it by the pound. And you can either get it by the pound, they'll wrap it up, you take it home, or you can have them fry it for you. And she had them do that, and whatever little forgive my ignorance, whatever little Indian sauce, it wasn't curry, but whatever they put up on it, whatever they battered it with, that was fire. Like I will for sure be going back to them Indian people again. Um, and they charge you. They only charge $5 to fry it for you. It was like you just pay for it by the pound, and then you'd be like, "Could you fry it?"
You
They
gotta
fry it for
okay.
you for
So
five
you
extra
buy the
dollars.
meat, they'll like fry it up for you. That's cool though.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually smart.
Yeah, yeah. It was dope. So I didn't know we had a spot out here like that, but I'm for sure gonna be going back to them. But nonetheless, though, so
It
yeah, like when we have like family gatherings and stuff like that, like I'll always take my Oculus with me, and one of
true.
my other cousins just got one. Um, so yeah,
I almost did
it's
the
pretty
three.
cool.
I've been tempted to get the three because I heard the visuals are like like really,
Oh,
really
they're
crisp.
10 times
Yeah,
better
I
because
know. That's what.
he has the 3. I still got,
And
or
so
he has the 4. I think it
and
is
so
now.
for racing
And I have the
and
3.
with the 2, it's cool, but there's definitely
What
like
number are we on? Is it 2 or 3? Which one?
We
Which
have the
one?
2.
Okay, so it's 3. Okay,
Yeah, we have the 2.
Man,
We
I'm
have the
so there's so
MetaQuest
many
2.
numbers to stuff, man. I'm trying.
That's the one we got.
iPhone
We have the
6,
2.
16, iOS 18. Like there's so many
Yeah.
goddamn numbers.
Yeah, we got the MetaQuest 2. Excuse me.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks good still. But it's like, I know it could look better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Oh, absolutely.
It's.
I mean, hell, like I said, the PSVR too. It looks great if you have something to play. No,
Yeah,
it looks great. It looks great though.
and that's the thing. So like, hopefully now, with that, you'll be able to do real comparisons with this headset, because now you can take a game on PC running at the same spec, and these guys can like actually go like, all right, this is how it looks running on with this
I just
headset.
can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Really just can't wait to have a headset with just freaking, just where my peripheral is like real life.
No, it's not.
Like,
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, that's what I really can't wait.
Because what is that?
For.
What is our
Man.
what is our natural? What is our POV? What is it? Was it? It's over 120.
But yeah, while you look that up, yeah, I can't wait for a headset that, because having those black areas in the headset, it's not horrible, but man, I can only imagine.
200 to 220, both eyes. So I think the closest thing right now is like the Pimax. Yeah, I think the Pimax field of view. The Pimax gets. What does the Pimax get? 130 diagonal, 115 height, and so like it gets 200. 200, yeah, the Pimax gets 200 diagonal field of view, so pretty good for a big ass headset. You definitely get your, but that's PC and it's corded.
Okay. That would be sick though. When that happens, I know we some years out though.
Yeah, we definitely have some years out. It's gonna be cool though.
So next up, Sony hopes Sony hopes PC gamers who this is, well, let me read this and then we'll get into it. Sony hopes PC gamers who will wait years for Epic exclusives to come to Steam out of spite will buy PS5s for exclusive sequels. It's not gonna happen.
Said that? What?
That was, what's his name? The UK one. What's his name? Herman.
Hill?
And the way they wrote that was weird, but pretty much
There's gotta be.
But pretty much what he's saying is he's hoping that, by them giving them a taste of these exclusive single player experiences, that, they'll come to the PlayStation so they can get them day and date instead of waiting a year or so for it to come to PC. And I'm like,
here's
why would I do that?
Because by the time it comes to PC, it's gonna look better because it's coming to PC. So I get to play it on
their thing is they got to get rid of these issues at if these games are launching on PC.
People have widescreen monitors. These games support widescreen. So like, why would I play it on PS5 when it doesn't support my monitor or it doesn't support these aspect ratios or I can't run? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I get to play it like a year or two earlier, but it's like I got other games to play.
Yeah, it ain't that.
So yeah, I don't know
I
about that
really
one.
feel like the whole
I
fear of
wouldn't.
missing out stage in gaming. Well, I'm also an older gamer, so I'm curious how younger gamers feel. I mean, is there any PlayStation exclusives to any
Do they even care about
younger
these
PC
games?
fans? And then there's that.
Like, do they care about games? Like, do they care? Like, I don't. Are younger gamers playing God of War like that? Like, is that their go-to? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm not a
It's a
younger
great
gamer. I can
question.
only speak for what I like,
Yeah,
right? So, like, we're only speaking from a perspective of like the games that we want to play, right? Like, I know that's how I speak. I can
yeah,
only
and
speak
I
for the
don't have
games.
the fear of missing out on anything. Like
No.
I have a ton of
So,
games that are in my wish list because I'm frugal. Like I
and
play
if I
it. I'm a
really,
part of an expensive hobby,
I don't
but
know
I'm
why I did that.
frugal though.
And if I really want it, I'll get it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like if it's that dope and I have the money or the means and the console to get it, then I'll get it, But yeah, like I don't think I would be like, oh, I gotta play this on if I didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if a PC player doesn't have PS5, I don't think they're running out to go get it unless this experience is like you can only play it here forever. It'll never come over there. But that trend has been bucked, so it's coming at some point. Faster now. Because God of War Ragnarok came quicker than like some of the other like. So it's like okay, so the turnaround is getting
Yeah,
quicker. Now, mind you, to be fair to that game was already just an upgrade of the game that already existed. So it's not like it was like a new game per se. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I
kind
mean
of
it's
like
still a fast turnaround, no matter
yeah,
what.
but it's still not like it's not like a new title. Like it's not. I'm saying like it's the same engine that they were already working in with the last game. So hopefully the issues that they've had with the first one that they fixed, they don't have those issues now with this one. You would hope.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we will. But it looked good though. If you excited for that, but that was a stupid. I don't know. That's kind of dumb. It's not happening.
Yeah, I. So pretty much, where this whole conversation went down at was at Sony's business briefing, and pretty much during that briefing, he was explaining their dual approach, which is pretty much any games that are live services will launch simultaneously on PS5 and PC, and any game that are what he called tentpole titles, pretty much games like your God of Wars, Horizons, your single player experiences from their main studios. Those games are going to be exclusive to the PlayStation 5 platform, and then therefore, uh, after whatever their deemed time frame is,
2 years
come to PC.
probably. It's probably gonna be 2 years, like a year or two. That's what I see. I mean, I've been calling that. That's why that seemed like the most logical thing for them to like still keep their PlayStation fans happy while catering to a new market. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like we getting somebody comfortable for something. You know what I'm saying? So they're either getting PlayStation fans more comfortable with the idea of their games going to PC maybe sooner. Maybe it'll go from a year to 6 months or something. You know what I'm saying? Like two
And that's
years to a
another
year, or
question:
whatever.
do
So it's either that
PlayStation
or they
gamers
just.
care?
I mean, maybe the ones on the blogs care. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to, and I guess
No, it
that's
ain't
for
hard because when
everything.
these fools really, really, really care, we know.
Yeah,
We
but then
know.
even then, like sometimes the trolling and just the lot, like the foolery, you can't really tell sometimes through the smoke who really fucks with it until the game comes out, right? Because something will be hated and it'll still sell well. And you're like, oh, I thought the internet
I
made it
think if
feel like the
PlayStation
shit was
fans
gonna
had
be
an
the worst
issue,
thing ever, and it's like, oh,
we would know.
huh?
We would for sure know
Uh,
because
yeah.
online only gaming and Sony trying to force PC gamers to have a PlayStation login, and when people want to be heard, they will make themselves heard. So
For sure.
If gamers had, because I know I don't. I mean, I don't have an issue with it. I wouldn't even give a damn if it came out on PC. For I don't. I don't.
Yeah, but I think
again,
it's one of
I'm at
those
a different
things.
stage
I
in
think
life.
it's a different thing. Like the whole online restriction. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima has online requirements, so they didn't really back down. They just backed down from that game and was like, okay, yeah, sorry, we didn't do it earlier.
Well,
even
no,
though
they
we
just
did
they just did it anyway and just didn't say nothing. And
yeah,
like most gamers not paying attention to shit, they're just like, oh, like a lot of times when people cry about stuff, they really don't give a shit. They're just crying just to cry. Oh, but not everybody has internet. My God,
I
that
do feel
whole
that,
argument
though.
used to
Well, I do feel that
used
though.
to.
I do
But
feel that.
then, then it ain't your chance to play. Then, like,
Nah,
I mean,
nah,
nothing stops for nobody. Like, you can't afford a pair of sneakers; they still dropping, whether
Yeah,
you can
for
afford them
sure.
or not.
But if I
Like-
bought the game, in a region that didn't require Plus, because Plus doesn't even exist in the region that I bought the game in, how can I get Plus? Because if I buy Plus in another country, you'll ban my account saying that
You
I
don't
made a
need
fraudulent
Plus
account.
to play the game. You need an internet connection to play the game.
No, you need a Sony account.
For
You
what
need
game?
Helldivers. That's the whole issue. It wasn't internet connection.
I was talking about people complaining about people who don't have the internet. I'm not talking about people who don't have PlayStation
What
Plus.
was that? Well, what would I mean? Yeah. I mean, people just. I mean, there's hella places that don't have internet.
Well,
I think we're having two different arguments.
The talking point came from
The
people
login.
complaining about always having to be online for these games, and you were talking about Ghost of Tsushima. You have to have an online connection in order.
No,
to play
you don't
that
have to
game.
have an online connection. You need to sign up for a PlayStation account. That's I think where we do the switch was. Like people were
Okay.
complaining. PlayStation fans were complaining with Helldivers because you need to. All of a sudden, they said you need
You
to
mean PC
have.
fans?
Oh yeah, excuse me. You need to have a PlayStation sign in, and it didn't before. And there are regions in the world where people bought that game, but they don't have PlayStation in that region. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I can't get a PlayStation account because if I get an account in a country that you do have a region, you'll flag my account. So it's like,
Well, I wonder what's gonna happen to them because they getting ready to start forcing it. They didn't with that game, but they getting ready to start forcing it with the other
and that's
ones.
what I was saying. Ghost, I think if I'm not mistaken, from what I think I read, Ghost is making people do that. So it's like it's gonna happen anyway because they want that data. They're not gonna not make you sign up for a PlayStation account at some point. You're going
Like everybody does
listen,
it,
dog,
so why wouldn't
you
they?
sign up for a Steam account? You sign up for
Everybody,
all that
Ubisoft,
shit. You're
Microsoft,
gonna
everybody.
listen. You're gonna get a PlayStation account. That's just the game. So like, it does suck for certain games, and I'm glad they reneged on Helldivers because that is a huge game, and they might
For
not
now.
need those. Yeah, for those games flux, but yeah, they're gonna do it for some games. It's just gonna happen. Like that's just gonna be the game. Like they want that data.
I'm sure for that. What is it? Commando? What is it called?
Which one?
Game we just watched.
Oh, Concord.
I'm sure they're gonna do it with that one.
Oh yeah, they want that data. Yeah,
So,
they want that data.
It's gonna happen. So people whining about it. I'm like, well, you got your victory for right now, but you might as well just sign up for an account, bro, because it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but
But,
it's messed up for people that can't sign up for accounts.
Yeah, so Sony gonna have to figure out something about that, unless they choose to just not allow that region of people to play their games.
Hey, that's what happens sometimes, I guess.
So it says the PS5 is Sony's most profitable console. These people and the way they write their articles, some people just don't need to be writing. PS5 is Sony's most profitable console gen ever after just 3 years, beating PS4 by over 36 billion in sales. So it's saying pretty much that the PlayStation 5. Let me see. Sony just held its business. Actually, let's just get straight to the meat and potatoes. Okay, so between when the PS5 launched in late 2020 and now, it's generated $106 billion in sales.
I like the bet.
I really need to know what they're talking about because that's definitely not hardware. So they have to be talking about Sony in its totality, PlayStation in its totality, from console sales to subscription to even game sales. Because $106 billion, that's a lot of money. That's definitely more than just hardware. 106 billion in sales, and like I was saying to Hood earlier, it's crazy to hear, Sony at this business meeting conference talking all these godly numbers after you just let go of like 600 plus
900.
staff, 900, excuse me, plus staff, and then you're talking about how, oh, we've generated, this is our fastest, like,
Well,
shit like that pisses me off, and I didn't even work for the company.
don't feel bad.
So-
They used to do that to us all the time. They're called those quarterly. They call the earnings meetings. So they talk about like how well the company did and how good and then we have team meetings and department meetings where they'll tell you how good your actual department did versus the company and whatever. And yeah, so yeah, they do that shit all the time.
Well, yeah, that's pretty horrible to me after they've just had probably the biggest layoff ever in PlayStation history, and then you come around and talk about, this is the fastest revenue generating generation ever. Talk about how you've generated 106 billion in sales and a total operating profit of 10 billion, making it the most successful PlayStation console ever.
Mm-hmm.
But by the way, we just let go of 900 staff and
Hey,
closed
man.
studios
Hey man,
across the world.
Jim gotta get his exit bonus and shit. People gotta get their bonuses. Executives gotta get they, so things gotta get cut. People gotta get paid.
Yeah, that shit is
That's how it
whack.
go in that corporate back game, man. Once you get snakes, that's how it go.
On the plane.
No, they just there. They not even hiding in the fucking air things. Get these motherfuckers snakes. This.
And so there was another article that came out in regards to what Herm had said. And the title of the article is PlayStation CEO drastically underestimates the Steam crowd patience, thinking PC gamers will buy a PS5 for exclusives. And I'm like, yeah, you're
Arrogant.
if they want to do dual CEOs, they just need to hire us as a CEO. Because if you for 1 second fucking think that these fools are gonna Sony has no fucking exclusive,
But also
none
you have no
that moves
Steam.
the needle like that.
No, you have no Steam Deck.
Who?
I'm just going Sony. You don't have a Steam Deck.
Oh,
That's it. There you go. Like you don't have a Steam Deck, and right now Steam Deck is still that handheld market is still cool. So like, you don't have it. Like, sorry.
yeah, that's crazy that you think because most PC gamers that I know, even including myself, well, I'm a little different, but I'll say PC gamers that they just strictly are just PC gamers. They're
That's
going to
me now.
spend that $500 on another part to their rig or upgrading something on
Oh,
their
yeah,
rig
off top.
instead of
Off.
buying a console. Like they're not going to go buy a console.
No, I got a CPU to buy. I can upgrade my graphic because one, I'm already playing a game that either I've been playing forever or I'm just gonna upgrade my experience. I'm cool, and most games
Exactly.
outside of the exclusives come. And now that Xbox has basically just become a PC company, you get those games too. So Forza's and all those games come to Xbox. So and now they got Call of Duty coming to PC and Xbox on Game Pass. So if you really want Call of Duty, I can just get it on Game Pass now. And when I'm done with it, I can just quit it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's no. And then a lot of games you can play at home with a Steam Deck. When you go somewhere, you can just take that experience with you. Whether it's online or offline, you can play online. I can play that shit into a TV, grab a controller and play FIFA or whatever I want. Or, obviously with EA games you have to work around, but whatever. But you can play most games on the go with a PlayStation or Xbox controller or a mouse and keyboard if you have one. So it's like, no, no, definitely not. Well, plus the games that you're releasing aren't moving the needle like that. Not like that. Not like that. Like not like that. No, it's not Red Dead Redemption.
I'll wait a year or two.
It's not Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, it's not Red Dead. Like obviously GTA 6 is not coming to PC day and date, right? So when that comes to PC, that's a needle mover. That's like you know what I'm saying? So no, I don't think Sony has one of those. I don't think.
See, and if I'm a PC gamer, I don't even think that moves the needle enough for me to spend $500 on one of these consoles to play it. Like I'm gonna just patiently wait because I'm almost certain.
Unless you just
mark my words, it's not going to be more than 2 years before GTA comes to PC. I think it'll probably be like 2 years, and then it'll be on PC.
Well, I don't remember how long it took last time. But I mean, I don't know. I don't remember how long it took last time. But we're in a different cycle. So.
Let's see. GTA 5 came out September 17th of 2013. Excuse me. And it came out April of 2015, so 2 years.
Yeah, so
yeah.
That seems it seems about right, which gives it the PlayStation exclusivity, or like whatever, the console exclusivity or whatever. And then the PC players, and then they can come in with all the new FSR 5 point whatever by that time.
Just the experience alone is just going to be better on PC. That's why I'm away.
Oh yeah, for Grand Theft. I mean, unless these consoles are
modding on PC, just everything, everything.
That's a double dipper. Now, because it's got a 2-year gap, I would definitely double dip for Grand Theft Auto. As most people
for sure.
Right? So like it's
as most people have and
because
did.
What'll happen
I don't know how many copies of Grand Theft Auto.
So what'll probably happen is you'll play it on PlayStation, the single player, and then by the time it comes on PC, that's just where you'll play online the whole time. You'll just be online the whole time. So yeah, for sure. People will double dip for Grand Theft 1,000%.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But I'm just trying to think of a PlayStation game that somebody would double dip for. I mean, The Last of Us Factions. But obviously that's
but it's the thing. None of them have an online like that because it's really the online that's making people double dip.
Yes,
double, triple dip.
There's no story-driven game that's like, yo, we gotta play this experience. They don't even have like an RPG or something that like, even if they had like an RPG that was like, oh, this match, because that's another thing that make people come back, because big RPGs will make people come back. I mean, Final Fantasy is going to come to PC at some point. So it's like, and Square already said they not doing no more exclusive shit. They, so that would just mean this is probably the last time we'll see a console exclusive.
They well is starting to dry up. They need the money.
Yeah, they like, we need it all, baby. We done made some bad choices. We gotta these games gotta come on everything. Nintendo Switch everywhere. Sorry. So I don't know. I don't know what PlayStation game would make somebody be like, yo, I gotta go buy a console to play this game. And that's just on any console. I just, maybe this just generation. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now
the online ain't online and like that.
The Last of Us and the last of those games are now coming to PC. So like, okay, if it was like this experience is only on PlayStation, you really want to play it because you heard how good it is. Yeah, I get that now. But now, no. You open Pandora's box. And once you open the box, you can't go back. So now people are like, no, I'll wait you out. Because I know it's going to come with all the best settings. It's going to come with the DLC. So it's like, yeah, I'll just wait for the PC version. Why not?
Which is wild to me. It literally makes no sense why their games don't support widescreen monitors now.
I don't. I mean, that's just because it's not.
Especially with you porting them over to PC.
It's the console. It's the box. It's the box. don't support
I thought they
widescreen.
updated it.
They have 1440p, so they can support 1440p monitors at a standard 16:9 aspect ratio. But if you want to do 2110, 21:9, no, they don't support that. That's the aspect ratio to get the widescreen to 2010 to 29.
Mm-hmm.
We don't got that. If they added that, then it's a win, right? And that's something that they could alleviate with the Pro, because then that'll go boom. You can now start saying, well, shit, I could pay $500-$600 for this mini PC PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Because it does support my widescreen monitor, and it does have hella games I like. It makes it a little bit, but they don't support widescreen. What?
Once I fully divulge into, especially now that Sony's exclusives are coming to PC. Once I make that jump, I'm never coming back. There's nothing, no hardware, no PS5, XXX Pro would ever make me come back.
Because really, think about it. What are they going to offer you that would make you want to come back? And it's like, nothing. Okay, you're basically saying that the experiences that are PlayStation,
because I'll even be able to get the games cheaper.
Yeah, or you'll just be able to get them at some point. You'll know, like, okay, well, when that comes out in a year or two, I'll be able to catch it. And it'll be a brand new experience to me, and it won't be like nothing. It'll be like I was playing whatever PC game. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the attention span of these games happens so fast now, you don't really get to keep up. So, I mean, yeah, bro, like...
Not only that, there's also so many PC games that aren't on console
yet. There's only one game
will never come or will be
There's only one game I'll buy a console for.
Hell, I'm still waiting for... I constantly forget the name of that game. Huh? What? You say guess.
Yeah, you got. It's only one game I'll buy a console for eternity, because I don't think it. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's ever gonna come to PC.
Well, Metal Gear?
No. Gran Turismo. That's it.
Well, who knows?
Yeah, and I mean, if that comes, then it's like, you know, what do I need you for? Because not like you're gonna make me play Charge for Plus
discounts anymore.
I mean, you know, that's
well.
Hey, you know, I know people. I ain't out the loop. I still got friends. I still got friends. You know what I'm saying? I still got partners. So, you know, I got homegirls at home. You know, they're still in the loop. So if I need something, I'm gonna get it. If I want it, I'm still tapped in.
I'm curious why Gran Turismo really hasn't made that leap.
That's probably just polyphony. I think polyphony does what the fuck polyphony wants to do.
But as they should. There's some developers that have earned that right, and
they
they're
get
definitely
to do
one of them.
Yeah, they get to do what the fuck they want.
Like they're one of the longest. I don't know how you say
it's one of the most successful gaming franchises of all time.
Under the PlayStation umbrella.
Yeah, and it's one of the most successful gaming franchises of all time. You know what I'm saying? Over 20-something years.
Like the most, it's always top 5 selling games on the PlayStation, on any PlayStation.
It's a story franchise.
Always.
Yeah. It's a story franchise. So like, yeah, no, that's the only game. Metal Gear isn't exclusive anymore though. So because of that, Metal Gear's open to go where it wants, and Metal Gear's owned by Konami, so Konami don't do exclusives like that. I mean, so if anything, it's going to be on everything.
And I know they're working on Metal Gear too, so
that's going to be on everything. Oh, well, I think PlayStation gets it for a little bit. I think no, Xbox got it off too. I think so. Things coming to everything. So yeah, Metal Gear.
I'm just curious to see what this.
What
this Metal Gear's going to be like.
Which Kojima? One? Oh, it's just a remake. It's a remake. What are you talking about?
That's the end of this fucking podcast. We're done.
You didn't know that?
We're done.
What are you talking about? It's a remake of 3. Like, it's a remake of one of the greatest Metal Gear games. It's not the greatest game. You really didn't know that? Seriously?
These goddamn remakes, man.
You thought Snake Eater? That's Snake Eater.
Give this shit a break, bro.
It's just Snake Eater. It's just Snake Eater.
I thought
It's
they
like I
were
played
coming
it.
out with a whole
No,
new...
it's Snake Eater. It's just Snake Eater It's Snake Eater with Unreal
I
Engine
was
4.
hella curious. I was like, what's this game gonna be like without Kojima?
It's
Well,
Kojima's game.
uh,
They just remade Kojima's game. Yeah, they're gonna do. Here's what. Let me give you their game. Let me give you their roadmap. Since you want to, we'll go. Let me give you their roadmap. This is what they're gonna do. They're starting off with 3, right? Because it is the oldest in the story, right? So if they're not going in chronological order, they're going in. They're going in chronological order. They're not going in Kojima order. They're going like 3 is 1, then they're gonna go 1, then 2. Because that's how the order goes. And so they're starting off with this one because the story starts here with the character. I don't like the way they're doing it because it throws off the twist of who the character is, but they don't give a fuck. So they're going to do this one, then they'll do 2 probably. And then they'll end up doing, or no, they'll do 1 and then they'll do 2. But yeah, they're remaking Metal Gear. Why give us a new Metal Gear game? We'll just remaster the new ones in Unreal Engine 5. And make it look all crispy and sexified. We won't remaster games that you want, but we'll do those. Yeah, I'm cool with Metal Gear though. It's a PS3 game. It deserves a remaster. You thought you was gonna get new games? You get new movies? What do you expect? You get new TV shows? Then they did. How many Magnum PIs can we get? How many times are they gonna bring Knight Rider? How many? I just saw back TBS is bringing back Dinner in a Movie. Like we needed Dinner in a Movie again. Like, come on, Mystery Science Theater, we doing that again? What is this? So yeah, that's what we do. This is what we do. Everything is remastered, remake. Television, movies, gaming, it's all the same. Music, every R&B song is a sample from the 90s or a flip of a 90s song. Hitmaker literally just makes flips of 90 songs. That's all he does. So it's all we do is remaster and that's all we do is recycle the product. You know what I'm saying?
I am really
That's all we
chalking this
do, baby.
generation up as the worst generation in gaming ever.
That's it. That's where we
Ever.
at now.
This
it's
generation just feels
everything,
like
though.
deja
Music,
vu. That's what the fuck
sneakers,
this generation should be called, deja vu.
sneakers, game, everything is just flips. It's just all recycled bullshit. That's all it is.
It's like fuck.
It's whack, dog. It's whack. It's all lame. And I know it makes me feel old, but it's like at least there was like diversity in what we, like we had real choice. Now there's no,
And that's what
you're
I'm like,
getting force-fed.
are people not creative anymore?
And it's like same shit. It's creativity, money.
But some stuff don't make sense.
Why?
Like Beverly Hills Cop, like really?
Money.
And I like Eddie Murphy, man, but
You don't like money though.
come on, man.
Because you, so I get it. You don't like money because you understand money, and it's cheap, and it's money, and because it's money and money. It's just money, bro. That's all it is. It's just money. It's just layup because this shit has nostalgia, and we are at the age where that shit sells to us because we're the consumer generation because they made us consumers. Ninja Turtles. All that shit was sold to us. So now they selling to us again within the flip. They taking all our video games, turning them into TV shows that we end up, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but it's tight because they just whooping us. Remake, remaster. Oh, and if they do come out with a new game, you're going to have to pay hella money every season to play it because they're going to ask for a battle pass or some bullshit. Get me out of here.
This shit is stupid.
It's weak.
It's stupid.
It's weak, man. Oh, it's weak.
I'm happy
feel
Rockstar
bad.
ain't doing that bullshit, man. I'm happy they ain't over here. We're about to remake. And so before somebody be like, well, they're doing it right now with GTA. Well, no, they just extended the
you
life
might
of the
want to
game.
stop before something happens. Please just don't even put that in
Man,
the
they
air.
better
It's
not,
too
dude.
early. You put it in subscription service because guess what? These online open world games will have service. They will have subscriptions soon. Somebody's gonna start charging. There's no way gonna let you keep playing these shits for free.
And gaming is gonna come to a point to where
You're
it's
paying for
all
everything.
like it's if they do stuff like that, like gaming
You're
is
paying
already
for
kind of like
time. Everything sucks.
I don't know, you're already kind of grouped off into your own games, but I literally there will probably be like 3 games that I'm playing, and GTA is one of them. I don't know who 2 and 3 is gonna be, but if they ever do something like that, I will literally only be playing like maybe 2 or 3 games.
Man, you just gotta bust it down and come to
I
the
mean, but
dark
no,
side, dog.
to be
Dog,
honest,
just come to the dark side.
GTA
Dog.
does have what is GTA? GTA has a subscription. It's called
Let Jourdain behind, bruh. Come to the dark side. Okay, no, shout out to Jourdain.
what is
Leave
it?
him,
GTA
bruh. Come
Ace
to the dark side, bruh.
sub.
It's so much better over here. Okay, I don't play on PlayStation no more. I do.
I think it's called GTA Plus.
What is GTA?
Yeah,
what?
it is. It's GTA Plus.
Oh
Their
yeah,
little
the
monthly
subscription service. They already have one. But wait till they take
'cause
that
there's a
and make
few
it the
games
thing that
do
you
it.
have to play the game. You know what I'm saying? That's just like a bonus thing. Wait till they go, oh, you have to have GTA Plus to play GTA Online.
Nigga kiss my like I said, GTA is the only game that'll be able to get away with that for me.
Kiss your what? Your pockets?
Yeah.
You know what?
My wallet.
Kiss this credit card. Take it.
Because like I already said, like you better believe, like I'm off top. I'm getting $100 shark card. Like I'm going in on GTA. Like whatever the special of special editions is, like that's what I'm copying.
The BBL Drizzy joint.
Yeah, if they got that edition, I'm covered.
The
For sure, because
BBL
they got
edition?
BBLs in the game. So
They do have BBLs in the game, which is crazy.
wow. But as always, people, we
Which
appreciate
is
you guys.
Crazy. They had the cement butts.
Everybody have an amazing weekend. We're in the month of June now. By the time you guys are listening to this, we're in the month of June. Sun's out, guns out. Time for summer parties.
Man, go have fun out there, man. Wedding season for a lot of people. All that.
Graduation season.
Graduation,
to all
yeah. Happy
those
to
that
the
are
grads.
graduating.
Yes, congratulations to your daughter.
Thank you. She just graduated, going into freshman year of high school.
That's a big one.
Yeah, buddy.
It's high school. Some people are still trapped there.
That's funny.
It's fucked up.
Shit. I feel like I am sometimes.
Oh, fuck that.
I mean, and all these remakes don't help it. It's
no,
like
they don't.
It makes you stuck in the 90s. It's like you can't get out the 90s because they want to keep bringing it back to you.
We need a sequel to Twister.
Shit, they're having those in Dallas in real life right now, boy. Shout out to everybody in Dallas.
Was Twister not good
okay.
enough? Yeah, shout out to the people in Texas.
Shout out to people around the world. The world is
bad right now.
God, like
From
everywhere.
Congo
like,
from
oh my
Palestine
God,
to I mean shit. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Shout out to fucking everybody, man. Can we literally?
No.
Can we all just get? Who originally said that?
Rodney King.
I want to say Martin Lawrence, and I know
Rodney
it's not
King.
Martin Lawrence.
Rodney
He just
King.
always joked. That's right, Rodney King.
He was making fun of Rodney
Can we
King.
all just get along?
Yeah,
man.
He famously said that after he got his brains beat in by the police on camera. Back when there were no cameras, so that's why it was so shocking.
Happening.
So people don't understand. It's
everywhere.
like, people used to get beat up by the police all the time. That's why people acting like it's so new. It's like it's not new. It's just we're getting to see it. We just get to visibly see it. But back
cops
then,
have body cameras.
yeah,
people
but
have
back
cell
then
phones.
there was no body camera. So if they just rough you up and left you in an alley, that's just what happened. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you got home. Like, what happened? Oh, they jumped me. That's it. And then there's,
yeah,
that's it. You're not gonna go report it to the desk. Now it's like, camera, I see you. No, it wasn't like that. So yeah, Rodney King kind of changed it. So, and I forgot whoever the pedestrian was or whatever, and then the news cams caught it too and got his whooping his ass on national television.
Man,
with nightsticks. Definitely made him definitely gave him some brain injuries. They definitely made him a little special needs after that too. He definitely had some I forgot what he got awarded to, but obviously he lost all that, I'm sure.
Shout out to
Rodney
Donald
King.
Trump.
34, what is it, 34 indictments or something like that?
34 of them things.
He's still going to be in president,
Shout
which
out
is so
to the
fucking
fella.
crazy.
Shout out to the fella.
He's still going to be the president. That's how sick
wild.
that is. Because
Yeah, you can't be the governor of California and being a felon, but you could be the president of the United States. You cannot vote being a felon, but you can run for. That's fucking.
I've never
crazy.
seen something so cultish in my life. It is a cult, and it's interesting to see how culty it is in a weird way. It's like I'm not shaming anybody.
And it's so
I kinda
funny because
like, it's weird. I just never seen people bang for somebody, like this in politics, and maybe I'm missing the boat. But I thought the whole game was about like what they do for you, not who they are as a person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think people are like rocking with bro because they think he's like the personification of what like wealth is in this country.
No, what's crazy is people for the longest forever, whether it was Trayvon Martin or any of these shootings of these unarmed black men, and it's like, oh, well, due process. I mean, it went through the courts. The court said they okay.
Look, man, the scales.
Now it's happening to your guy, and it's like, oh, now this is.
Here's the thing.
Out of here,
I
bro.
think we just need to
get out of here. Now the system's fucked up.
Well, yeah, but it's been. Listen, that's how it goes, man. The system's not made for. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, anytime we're complaining about the system, it's like, well, the system just you need to go through the system because they know the system's broken too. So when the system breaks for them, it's like, oh, this is a travesty. And it's like, yeah, that's what we were saying. Or that's what they were saying, but you weren't rocking with that. That's how it goes, bro. Like Harrison Butker, for instance. Everybody was in an uproar about Kaepernick kneeling quietly, not saying nothing. Harrison Butker did what he did. Everybody like, oh, they're out there. They're out in his beliefs. It's like, what about Cap's beliefs? But it's coin flip. It has nothing to do with anything else. But I mean, I see it. And I hate that people act like it's not that. And it's like, all right, bro, come on, man. But whatever. I just never, to give back to Trumpito, I've just never seen like that loyalty, like that blind loyalty, like that. Just like, it's like insane. It's like, dude, he's a politician. He has done nothing fucking for you. I loved Obama. I thought Obama was cool. Did Obama do everything right? Fuck no. That'd be crazy. No president does. They all got their hands dirty. But I'm not out here going to his prep rallies. You know what I'm saying? I'm not banging his hat afterwards. I'm not flying his flag. We know what you mean when you fly that flag. You should know what you mean too, because we know how you feel. It's no way it's political. But whatever. That's a story for another podcast. But shout out to him and shit. He Teflon Don for real. This motherfucker if he's still, he got charged, but he's still not going to jail until he's behind bars in a suit. I don't give a fuck. A motherfucker Teflon, dog. He say what he want, get away with what he want. See, a rich white man in this country, you get to do that. Fuck it. He get to do whatever you want with no regard. I thought he would have been hemmed up years ago. Because think about it, even before he was a president, he already had shit. That's what's so crazy. It's like he's been had shit. People been knew he was full of shit. And it's like, still, we gonna clean up the swamp. How'd that go? Did he drain the swamp? Did he bring back
the swamp?
West Virginia. Did he bring back them coal mines? They all cap, bro. They all full of shit, bro. But oh man, I don't know. It's weird. Because if he was just like a regular politician that like did political stuff, I'd be like, whatever. But like that shit's weird politics. Whatever. Any hoozle.
It's
interesting.
It's all stupid.
It's interesting.
Politics ain't what it was is this
because it's not about the politics anymore. It's not, and
That's a
everybody's
headache,
talking
and
into
it's
their own echo chambers. So no one's actually hearing anybody because everybody's talking to everybody that hears the things that they want to hear. So like we're not actually having real discourse. Like no one's listening to anybody on either side because all we're doing is talking to like our group of people that believe in what we believe in. So that's what you have these like incel groups that they find people that like the things that they like. So even if it's bad, they lock into it. You know what I'm saying? So like it happens both ways. So you group chats, we're creating group chat might be the worst thing that ever happened because it created group chats in real life where you just literally we all click up, bruh. And if you don't want to hear about other shit, you don't have to now. You can live in a bubble, bruh. Like there's bubbles, there's micro trends now where there's trends of things that happen that are hella popular to millions of people that you'll never know about. And they'll be dead before you find out about them. And it's like, what? So we don't even have, I was just watching something about that. It's like we're losing culture because of that, because we don't even have time to let things develop to be actual culture. They're gone before they're, you like, oh man, we're not even making that no more. Boop. No, we're not dressing like that no more. Like, what do people from this era dress like? When we look back 50 years from now, what will people from this era dress like? You won't be able to tell. Because they dress like
with spandex pants.
Well, they dress like because everybody dressed like everything. There, the rules have been so there's no like defining look of the era. So it's interesting. I'm not saying that's like a bad thing, but it's like it's interesting.
It is. This generation has no taste. This generation is the
I'm
remake.
not gonna say that.
This generation has no fucking taste.
I'm not gonna say as
like
somebody
you're copying off of all the old shit.
I don't believe we all copy.
This generation is a remake from the 90s.
I'm not gonna do that. I love what you guys are doing.
I'm doing it.
No, you're a hater. I love what you guys are doing. I love that.
What they doing?
I love that.
You just said you couldn't identify what they doing. What they doing?
I'll break it down to you. I love that men get to dress a little bit more androgynous in this generation. Whether they paint their nails or they doing nose rings or more earrings or wearing like things that are a little bit more flowy. I love that people can get that off.
They was doing that in the 90s.
No, they weren't. Where were you in the 90s when we were doing that?
Earrings and no rings were in the night. Pac
Stop it.
Had a nose ring.
People get to dress a little bit more freer. Fashion's a little bit more open. I love that shit. It's just tight. It's dope. Everything's not just like big baggy shirts and shit or like fitted, you know what I'm saying? Like Burberry. Burberry shirts. For my baby shower. Oh, man. No, it's fire.
Oh, okay. You was frozen for a minute. I don't know if it's Riverside or your connection. You've been
freezing too.
A lot this episode.
Yeah, you have too. That's why we've been talking. That's why we've been talking over each other because like you'll be froze and I'm like I'm gonna keep talking or I'm gonna, I don't know when to stop. So yeah, we both been freezing. If that's the case, because you definitely been freezing a lot today.
But yeah, this generation is just full of copycats. So
stop it. Leave these people alone.
Period.
We copy too.
Period.
We copy too.
Yeah, not to this magnitude.
So you say.
Not to this magnitude.
So you say.
You can't. You already know the 90s was original as hell. Like, outside of maybe music sampling stuff, but movies, there was not that many remakes the way it is now. It's insane. It's insane.
Freaky Friday was a remake. Heartbeat the Love Bug was a remake.
For sure.
The Mummy.
I just say it didn't happen. I'm just saying to the magnitude of this generation is crazy.
I mean, yeah. It's nasty this go around, but that's just where we are because, the finance bros got a hold of Hollywood and gaming and entertainment and they fucking it up because they just, it's about money. It's not about actually like making good projects. It's about like what can make us the most money.
See
that's why everything is
fastification.
There's a fastification of like movies.
But
like even Bad Boys has been Fast Five. You know what I'm saying? Everything has a Fast and the Furious action. That's what action needs to look like now for it to sell because that's what the algorithm says. So,
this algorithm is saying that this episode is over. Appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. And until next week's episode, we hope you guys enjoyed the show. Have a great weekend. Again, congratulations to everybody. Prayers to the world because everybody needs it. And yeah, congratulations to all of you guys that are graduating. Hopefully, you guys won't suck like this generation and have a whole bunch of remakes and repeats when it's y'all's turn to take over.
Keep your
Until then,
keep your eyes on the Congo. Keep your eyes on Palestine because this shit's wild, man. Keep your eyes on everything because it's more than game was heating up. We definitely about to get spicy in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So don't act like everything cool. It's about to, if you got family, it's about to be spicy in a minute.
nah, we definitely getting ready to go to war.
It's a fact.
So
The Ukraine was the first strike. Definitely.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Last thing, I'll give Hoodnerd the last word. How you feel about Drake flipping the BBL Drizzy song?
I mean, it was late, but it was cool. It wasn't the freshest verse, but I'm glad he did it. I'm petty too. I would have did it immediately. Immediately. It wouldn't even give you time to breathe. I'd have already had just something. Like, I heard it. I'm here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have waited, but he dropped them on the Sexy Red track. I guess. I just say like you Sexy Red fan over here, but
No, I'm not either.
But she is definitely out there now. She's popping. She was just under your WWE, wasn't she? Bow, bow,
She
bow,
was.
bow, bow.
But her persona fits perfectly. Like, her character could be a character in the WWE for sure.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, shit. They love a good. They love a good. They love a good. They love that for sure. This is the same. The whole stroll. This is the same company that allowed that. So they love a good ratchet black person doing their thing. They love that.
But
character.
it was. I sometimes you forget that white people are the largest consumers of hip hop music. So when she came out and the arena was singing her song, it threw me back for a minute but I was like, well, yeah, white people are the biggest consumers of hip hop music, so I mean it's obviously more, but nonetheless we don't have to go into the weeds of that. But yeah, like they knew the words verbatim, and I'm just like, wow. Wow. So I'm like, yeah, between I mean, I don't know if she wants to get physical and actually wrestle. But if she does, I mean,
I doubt it.
wow. Yeah, I doubt it too. She needs to bring Drake with her. But nonetheless, yeah, y'all. Have a great weekend though. Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next week, for Hoodnerd in Oakland, California, I'm DLB in Sacktown. Thank you guys for listening.